The term passing by value makes some sense. You're passing some data into a function, and you're doing it by passing the variable's value. You're passing the data by passing its value. What does passing by reference mean then? Well, to understand that, we need to know a little bit more about the way a computer works on the inside. So imagine your computer like a giant file cabinet. It has thousands and thousands of files. These things down here represent individual files. These files are like the computer's memory. They store anything that it knows at a given time. To access some data, you need to know where in the file cabinet the data is located. So in our analogy, to access file A, you need to know where file A is. So here, file A has a value of 5, but we need to know where in our file cabinet file A can be found. Are they labeled just file A and file B inside the file cabinet? No, they're actually labeled with something far more procedural and formulaic, something with a natural structure to it. That's what these red numbers are right here. They're references. They're locations in memory. These identifiers are systematic and ordered. We see 1101, 1102, and so on. So they have a natural order to them. We know that 1106 will come after 1105. Those identifiers are tough to use though. Are we really going to try to manually remember what data is stored at 1104? No, we want to give it some more intuitive name. Names like file A are slightly more intuitive. In our real code, we would give it names like numWords or first name or something that actually represents the kind of data that's being stored. But either way, the intuitive name that we have points to a memory address, a reference. It points to a location in memory. That location then stores the actual value we care about. So here, there exists a location in memory with the number 1103, with the reference 1103. It has a value of 5. File A knows that it points to the data stored at location 1103. So this is how a computer really stores data. It has a bunch of slots in memory, and inside those slots, it has actual values. Variable names that we create know what slot to point to and get the value out of. With this in mind, we can start to understand why we call this passing by reference. When we pass by value, we take the value and we send it directly into the function. But if we pass by value, add doesn't know where the number 5 came from. All it knows is that it's operating on the value 5. However, if we pass in the reference, then add does know where the value actually came from. And if it knows, then it can go back and change that value. So passing by value is like letting the function know the data that it's acting on, whereas passing by reference is like letting it know where it can find the data to act on. But if it knows where to find the data to act on, it can change the data. So that's why these two approaches are called pass by value and pass by reference. With pass by value, we take the value and send it into the function directly. And as a result, it can't change the original value because all it knows is that the original value was 5. It doesn't know where in memory that value came from. When we pass by reference, we're sending the location of that data itself into the function. And because it knows where it's found, it can go back and change it.